Hello, konbanwa. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another installment of Core Questions. Now, here we'll make it a 15-minute video due to a couple of time constraints here. All right. Let's get started here, and let's go right here. Let's go right start here. I'm unemployed for nearly a year after completing my post-graduation. What should I do to get a job? All right. This is actually relatable. Let's see, let's see what this person said. I went through that phase. Let's see what this advice this person gives. My experience is completely different from yours, so I'm not sure how much you can benefit from my advice. Having no one else to feed me, if I had been unemployed for months after my graduation, I would not be writing this as a result of death by starvation. I took whatever job I can get and worked from there until I could get a better one. Now, that's a funny thing right here. You could apply to maybe 50 jobs every day and not hear anything back. 1 week can go by and not hear anything back. You could apply to a Wendy's or McDonald's job and still not hear anything back. So that's kind of crazy right there. So it all depends on what area. I should say that's for Washington D.C. Washington D.C. is insanely competitive when it comes to that. All right. Let me see. I have driven trucks, done roofing in the summer, served burgers, refueled airplanes, many other things. Some prospective employers are impressed by my motivation to work. In fact, the worst job I ever had was immediately after attaining my Bachelor of Science in Experimental Psychology. I went to work as a nursing assistant in one of the world's largest hospitals. From 11 p.m. to overnight, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I covered 5 floors of one wing, mostly going from one bed full of crap to another. Sometimes there would be the reinsertion of a catheter or administration of a suppository to break the monotony. Oh my god, that's pretty rough. A dead body was the height of my shift. Oh my goodness. I could make the enshrouding and trip to the morgue last for an hour, and hardly anyone would mess with me while I was doing it. I don't know what your specialty is, so I can't give you specific advice, but maybe you can benefit from the same advice I gave my daughter after she graduated. The first step is to get your butt out of bed in the morning. Go out into the real world and talk to people. That is true. Don't just like go on the internet and just apply to things, right? That's I learned that as well. You have to. So far, I had most success when I actually talk to people. Even when you go to when you go to the actual place, I was like, oh, apply online. You can just like put a good word in for yourself, introduce yourself. My name is so and so. My name is Miguel. Put your application online and then go in person, maybe once a week. Just perseverance. If you really like that job, once a week. If not, it's whatever. Just visit that one time after submitting app. So visit that one time initially without putting in an application. See what they say. If they give you some physical paperwork, that's a good sign. If not, if they tell you to go online, then, you gotta do it online. Once you finish the online paperwork, pay another visit like a week later to see how the status of your application goes. Because yeah, the power of face to face is so powerful compared to just here I am in writing. Do you like it? You know. So like that's one thing right there. All right. Your internet applications and mail racing will probably pay off eventually. Meanwhile, there are plenty of employers waiting to hire someone they can see and talk to. That is so true. My daughter took my advice after I threatened to kick her out. She went to work for a temporary agency and was soon hired for a permanent job by one of the clients. She's now an engineer for an automotive manufacturer, but she has experience with Burger King, IHOP, and some other jobs I can't even describe. By the way, trying to market my psychology degree didn't prove too lucrative, so it was back to school in my mid 30s. I am now a retired accountant with enough money that work and money are no longer a concern. If you're looking for sympathy, I'm sending you 8 paragraphs of it. Spend it wisely. Okay, this person seems very level headed. Thank you, David. Adam said it. Thank you for that. Oh, wow. Okay, let's continue onwards. That was a really good. This will probably be the title of the video here. Okay. Um, how did Elon Musk learn so many things so good alone? Uh, how do I deal with low self-esteem? Huh. Maybe now here's another thing as well, right? I know a couple of people with low self-esteem. I want to see how I can help cope, make them cope with it, or how can I help them overcome it. So let's see what this person says, and I'll reflect on what this person says and see. All right, how to overcome low self-esteem and confidence. Number one, stop lying. You degrade your character every time you lie. You become weaker and weaker. Be honest. Tell the truth no matter how painful it is in the short run. Huh. 2. Be extremely careful with your commitments. If you say you are going to do something, you must do it. Yes, yes. That's what I like right there. I don't say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow at 4 p.m. And boom, there you go. I have an actual deadline. I'll say, all right, I need to be doing that at 4 p.m. Then I'll tell Alexa or another device to remind me to do it at 4 p.m. And that's how that goes. All right, you must become a slave to your word. Confidence comes from self trust. Now, would you trust someone that always lies to you? Obviously not. It's the same with you. Follow through with your word and regain your confidence. Maybe that's why I have a lot of high self-esteem because I follow through and I make plans and stuff and follow through with the plans, whether I fail with it or successful with it. All right. 3. Get sexy. Work out. Improve your body. The thing about working out is that there is no shortcut. A great body is earned through sweat, discipline, and consistency. Now, the workout body, I don't work out, but I was like, whatever, I look good, even though I don't work out. I was like, excuse me, I look okay. I said, I don't have to be like, oh, six pack or anything like that. I was like, okay, I'm not, I can walk, I can walk, and I don't get tired easily, and that's my two main things. I can walk, see, talk, um, bodily functions, and yeah, all that. So I was like, I can do that properly without. So my important thing is that I have stamina and my five senses are working properly. So that's my thing. Okay. Number 4, listen to subliminal audio. This is a secret hack that no one talks about. Please don't ignore all the other points and just use this. It's extremely powerful and has worked for me in the past. I've used this company before to great success. Well, okay. Number 5, hang out with confident people. If you hang out with scrubs, you will become scrub. Change your environment to improve your life. This is an age-old principle. I remember that one. There's like, you are the average of your 5 friends. I remember that one. 6, change your mental chatter. Is your mind tearing you down or building you up? I guarantee if you say, I'm just the type of guy that's extremely confident, 100,000 times you will be. Oh, okay. Uh, okay, interesting. I guess, you know, I just did that before I even got to this point. I was like, yeah, I'm okay person. Okay. So number 7, become competent. Mastery, growth. Develop your competence over a skill or passion. It is directly linked to how confident you are. Oh, okay, okay. 8, do scary stuff. Travel, give a speech, go to a dance class. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, no, wait, oh, no. Okay, let me. oh, please don't. I might have to cut that out. Okay, okay. Okay, uh, uh, go to a dance class. Ask that girl out. Do things that scare you. Pretty much get out your comfort zone. Pretty much. You can't grow within the comfort zone. If you fill up that circle's gonna stay filled. It's not gonna get a bigger circle. Once you get that circle bigger, you can actually cover the whole paper. Okay, let's see. Number 9, talk to more strangers. Say hello on the bus to the people in the class next to you. Become social. Of course, please talk with caution as well. If you're in the hood, don't talk to anyone. If you're in the upper class area or middle class, that's fine. You can say hello in there. Okay. Receive the feedback that everything is okay. Your life is not at risk. People like you. People, skita, skita. You know, this will all aid you in the journey to becoming confident. 10. Do not gratify impulses. A deep level of confidence arises when you transmute or don't act on an impulse. Develop that discipline. Say no to instant gratification and watch your confidence skyrocket. Best of luck on your journey, friend. Danielle. Postscript. If you want strategies on how to be more powerful in life, read my exclusive articles right here. If you're interested in upgrading your minds, do this right here. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So that's one way how to overcome low self-esteem issues. Ah, so maybe I can evaluate the other person using like, hey, how do you feel about it and stuff like that. How do you find a job at 64 when no one will hire you without a college degree? That's rough. All right. My friend got arrested for a Facebook post. As the courts are closed, he will have to stay in jail till then. Wow. How is it possible to keep so many people in jail with no space during the corona uh, epidemic? Do programmers still have high salaries? What are the most common mistakes that new bosses make? What did you learn from being frugal? What is a performance review? Performance reviews like employers like this is how you're performing, and this is how you're on your way to a raise or stuff like that. In a software interview, a Scrum Master asked a coding question, and I forgot to increment a variable, but fixed it after 1 minute. He feedback to the CEO and CTO highlighting an infinite loop, and they hesitated about the offer. How should I take this? Oh, okay. Why can't I find a job if I have 10 years of program experience since 11 years old and 1 year of professional experience working with companies? I have also a lot of contributions to my personal projects on GitHub in the last 3 years. No computer science degree. All right, let's see what Kurt has to say about this. So here we go. He's like, once again, it comes down to it's not what you know, but who you know. So you got to get out there and be social, unfortunately. So unfortunately, this system is not very objective. They try to make it objective by setting those like those 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 criteria marks like 30 years experience or something like that. Needs to know like 5 different languages, stuff like that. But then once you talk to them face to face, a lot of that could be waived or thrown out the window or quote unquote or on the job training. All that stuff gets thrown out the window. I was like, okay, we'll make an exception, and they do some paperwork or something like that. Waive those requirements. I say, okay. They're like, Miguel, you're alright. I like you. You're gonna welcome on board. I was like, okay, stuff like that. So it's it's all about your social skills as well. Unfortunately, I hate to burst your bubble, but this is what Kurt has to say. I hate to burst your bubble, but your program experience at 11 years old is not relevant to employers. Most teenagers' program experience amount to a little bit of unsupervised poking around. Maybe by the time they are 17, they take an actual programming class and do a few programs assigned by the teacher. But how much experience is this if you count the hours and divide by 2000 to get equivalent years of actual work experience? What you have is 1 year professional experience, some amateur experience on your own project, and no CS degree. That might be enough to get you another job of what you did for that 1 year. But it's not a very exciting resume. It's not as good as having a 4 year CS degree. It's not as good as a CS bootcamp and a year of professional experience. These are the people competing for the jobs you want to be hired into. Ah, let's see. What item do you sell that makes a double profit? What are some smart things that lazy people do? All right, let's see. Let's see. This will probably be the last question we address as well. So let's see how smart people optimize a couple of things. Lazy people optimize a couple of things. Number one, buy the biggest popcorn bag at the movie theater so that you don't have to keep getting up for refills. Huh. Two, sleep with only one sheet or blanket so that making your bed goes faster. Three, roll your clothes instead of folding them. You roll them? What? Madness. You wait. If you roll them, don't they get wrinkles? I need to test it out. Four, use deodorant as cologne and lotion by rubbing it every. Excuse me. Oh, that made me cough. Okay, that was wow. Number five, wear a jacket over your shirt one day so that you can take the jacket off the next day and people will think you changed your clothes when you really didn't. Six, cut off all your hair. That way you don't have to take care of it. Wow, these, ugh, I don't like those. But the folding clothes one is kind of interesting. But I guess let me see. Yeah, we'll call it here. We'll call it here. But thank you for watching, guys. Y'all have a good one. Adios.